Good morning. Good morning. This is the day that the Lord has made. We are going to rejoice and be glad in it. If this is your first time coming by my streaming platform, it is not by accident that you are here. I think I'm going to come on camera this morning. Here we go. Anyway, this is the day that the Lord has made. We're going to rejoice and be glad in it. This is your first time coming by this platform. God has a message that He wants to get into your inner spirit to wake you up this morning, to give you a spirit of resilience, inspiration, zeal to get going, to get out of that bed and get moving, and also to give you a word of encouragement today. I am the Reverend Mrs. Dewana, along with the Reverend Mr. David, and we greet you today with Jesus' joy on this Wednesday morning. No, Thursday morning, excuse me. Is it Thursday already? Yes, Thursday morning, June 11th, 2026. God has a message that He wants to get into your spirit today. He gave it to me at 6:27 a.m. Oops, don't want to do that. Give it to me at 6:27 a.m. And the title is Welcome Back to My Life. I woke up with a reflection. I was waking up today looking forward to a beautiful day filled with so many possibilities for love, life, and hope. I'm excited about new series and new grace, or new mercies, I should say, new mercies, not series, but new mercies and new grace. I want to laugh today, not to be sad, and I want to be able to just bring sunshine to every experience. I pray for those who are in captivity of depression, in prisons of anxiety, and those who are in prisons of maladaptive behavior. They are bound in unhealthy behavior and thoughts. That's a hell in itself. But today, as I think about my life, I choose to live in a way that will bring hope and sunshine. And may my presence, my hope is that my presence be a light toward heaven to others who are in my presence. And I thank God for showing me my enemies. You know, the word says He prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies. So it's time to go home and welcome back to my real life. I wrote this at 6:27 a.m. this morning. Her eyes opened in the purple rain, and today she chooses joy. Choose joy today. This morning feels different. The staycation is over. The bags are packed. The room is quiet again. And yet something in your spirit is louder, is clearer, is freer. Because today, as you wake up, you are not just opening your eyes, you're opening your expectation. You said it yourself. I am waking up today, looking forward to a beautiful day filled with possibilities for life, love, and hope. That is not small. It's not casual. It's not even routine. That is resurrection language. That is new grace language. That is the sound of a person who survived storms, walked through purple rain, and came out with clarity, laughter, and sunlight in your hands. So today you say, I want to laugh today. I don't want to be sad today. I just want to laugh and be the sunshine. That is spiritual warfare. Do you know when you have laughter and you have a clarity of mind, that is warfare. Yes, it is. That is reclamation. That is choosing life over the shadows that try to cling to you because you've seen what captivity looks like. You've seen what depression can do. You've seen what anxiety can steal. You've seen what maladaptive behavior can imprison. You've seen what unhealthy thoughts can change. And you say with your whole chest, in your whole mindset. I choose not to live this way. That is deliverance when you say those kind of things. I choose not to live this way. That is declaration. I choose not to live this way. That is destiny talking. In the scripture, it says, He prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Psalms 23, verse 5. Thank God for showing you your enemies, not so you can fear them, not so you can fight them, but so you can see the table. That's the thing. The table is the point. The pressure of enemy is just the backdrop. The feast is the focus. The favor is the headline. God didn't show you your enemies to intimidate you. He showed them to you to elevate you, to validate you, to confirm you, to prepare you, because the table is already set. The oil is already poured. The seat has your name on it. And the purple rain washed your vision so you can see it very clearly. Welcome back to your life, not the life of exhaustion, not the life of spiritual antagonism, not the life of carrying other people's storms, but the life where your language is medicine, your presence is light, your joy is testimony, your hope is invitation, your spirit is a sanctuary, your hope is invitation. You prayed for those still bound, those in the prisons of their own minds, who's trapped in cycles they cannot even name, who's living in the hell of their own thoughts. And that prayer is proof that your heart is still soft even after all of that. Your spirit is open even after all of that. Your compassion is still intact even after all of that. You're not running home the same. You are returning home to reset, recentered, realigned, reanointed. The staycation has ended, but the clarity didn't. The peace didn't. The joy didn't. The purple rain didn't. Now, let me give you a testimony. I was just thinking this morning about last year, about the same time, when I was preparing for the chaplaincy educator pathway. I remember the sorrow, not the soft kind, but the deep in the bone kind that comes from being mishandled by systems that claim to be sacred. One large organization full of antagonistic spirits, full of the Willie Lynch sexism, full of the isms dressed up as professionalism, trying to break me. They smile like mentors, but move like saboteurs. They said, We're here to guide you, but their actions said, I hope you fail. They were your Judases with a kiss, close enough to touch you, close enough to bless you, close enough to betray you. And still, God prepared a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Not after, not away from them, not once they apologized because they didn't, not once they were removed because they weren't. Right in front of them. Because the table was never about them. The table was about God's commitment to me. They were supposed to be mentoring me, not. They were supposed to support me, not. They were supposed to open doors, absolutely not. But here's the miracle. I'm still here. I'm still standing, still moving ahead, still rising, RISING, and still rising, RIZING. And for you, you are still here, you are still standing, you are still moving ahead, you're still rising with an S, and you're still rising with a Z. Their no didn't stop God's yes. Their sabotage didn't cancel my assignment. Their sexism didn't silence my calling. Their antagonism didn't alter my anointing. I survived. what was designed to break me, because God sat at that table. They didn't flip. They couldn't flip. They couldn't block. They couldn't poison. They couldn't even touch it. They tried to bury me in the bureaucracy, the biases, and the bitterness, but God fled me anyway. They tried to mentor me into mediocrity, but God elevated me into mastery. They tried to shrink my voice, but God amplified my purpose. They tried to make me quit, but God made me unstoppable. You are not here by accident. You are here by survival, by calling, by grace, by divine stubbornness, by purpose that refuses to die. And today, as you move forward, getting back to your life, may every enemy who watch you suffer, watch you succeed. May every antagonist who tried to block you see you advance. And may every Judas with a kiss witness your resurrection. And may every system that underestimated you become the backdrop for your elevation. And may you continue to walk in truth. You are still here, and that is the victory. Today, rise, R-I-S-E, knowing you are stepping into new grace. You are walking into new series of joy. You are choosing laughter as your language. You are choosing sunlight as your posture. Your presence is a sunlight for those still in the storm. Your life is a testimony of what freedom really looks like. So welcome back to your real life, the life that God preserved, the life that God protected, the life God prepared, the life God breathed into you again at 6:27 a.m., whatever time zone you're in. Rise today with joy. Rise today with hope. Rise today with laughter. Rise in the purple rain clarity. Rise in the God who prepares tables in front of every enemy. Rise at sunrise and walk into your beautiful today. Take care, many blessings, and just remember this. He prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies. The Judas with a kiss edition. When David said he prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies, he wasn't talking about enemies far away. He wasn't talking about strangers. He wasn't talking about people outside of your camp. He was talking about the ones close enough to watch you eat, the ones close enough to smile in your face, close enough to sit at your table, close enough to say, I love you, close enough to kiss you on the cheek like Judas. Judas didn't stab Jesus. He kissed him. He identified him with affection. He betrayed him with familiarity. He uses closeness as a weapon. You have to be careful around people when they use closeness as a weapon. That's what makes a Judas dangerous. Not their distance, but their access to you. And that's exactly what Psalms 23 is talking about. God will bless you, feed you, strengthen you, and elevate you right in front of the people who pretend to love you, but were secretly holding you, hoping that you will fall or fail. These are the ones who smile but resent you, hug but envy you, support you publicly, and sabotage you privately, call you family but carry antagonistic spirits. Stay close enough but out of love, but not out of love, but out of assignment. These are the Judases with a kiss, the ones who look like friends but operate like foes. And God says, I won't remove them. I'll feed you in front of them, not to humiliate them, but to provoke them. Not to provoke them, but to prove something. You are protected, to prove that you are chosen, to prove that you are covered, to prove that you are sustained. You are spiritually nourished in spaces that hope you will starve. And let's talk about eating for a minute, because eating is very spiritual. In the ancient world, eating meant covenant, safety, nourishment, peace, restoration, strength. So when God says sit down and eat, he is saying to you, you can rest, you can breathe, you can be nourished, you can be whole, you can be well, even with antagonists nearby. Because eating is spiritual. It grounds you, it restores you, reminds you that you are alive. It symbolizes God's provision. It is an act of defiance against despair. It is a declaration that you will not be moved. Your enemies can watch, but they cannot stop the meal. And the real revelation is that the table is not about the enemy. The table is about the God who feeds you anyway. The presence of enemies is not the threat, it's just the backdrop. The table is the headline, the feast is the focus, the nourishment is the miracle. God is saying, God is saying, you don't have to run. Excuse me. You don't have to run. You don't have to hide. You don't have to shrink. You don't have to fear. Sit down, eat, live, thrive. I've got you. And as we close today, as you rise from this moment and step back into the rhythm of your real life, may the God of new grace breathe on you every day. May laughter find you early. May sunlight sit on your shoulders. May you hope, walk beside you like an old friend. May every heavy that falls off your shoulder or off your spirit, may every shadow lose its grip. May every chain of depression, anxiety, maladaptive behavior break under the weight of God's love. And may your mind be clear. May your heart be light. May your steps be steady. May your joy be restored. And as you go, may your presence be a lighthouse, a quiet invitation toward heaven, a reminder that freedom is possible, that peace is real, that God still prepares tables even today in the presence of every enemy and calls you to sit down and eat. May the purple rain, clarity stay with you today. May the sunlight of this morning carry you, and may the grace of this new day keep you. Go in peace, go in joy, go in strength, go in God, and as always, rise with a Z, beloved, rise with a Z and live. Well, the windows of heaven have opened. I hope you have enjoyed the view. The ancestors have definitely spoken this morning. Take the message, receive it, and then share it with others, planting seeds and letting God do the water. To God be the glory. Oganafa Olawa. Amadi Labarida Selah Essay. And until next time, by God's grace, take care.